Alright guys, we're live. We got another battle box this month. I got my two assistants today, Brooklyn and Lyla, and this is their first time on YouTube and they're so excited, as you can see, and super nervous. So we're going to go over this box and I'm going to talk about the items in the battle box and I'm going to ask them what they think they'd do with that box, with that item. So it'll be a kind of different format. So our first item in our basic box is the waxed canvas axe sling quiver. So that is this item right here. I'm going to find it eventually. There's a lot of stuff in this box. Actually, we're going to just take a lot of this stuff out. Spoiler alert, there's an axe in here. We're not going to let you guys touch that though.
No, I don't want to touch
We're not going to do everything, just certain things. Alright. So that's this item right here. And I'm going to open it. Get out my EDC. There we go. Alright. Alright guys, what do you think this is?
A pouch.
A pouch?
Yeah. Like a those things you wrap around your waist. And there's a pouch in the middle, like a handy.
What do you think that's for? That's a strap, right?
That you clip it on there to like wrap it around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
goes around your
handy things.
Not around your waist though, it goes around your shoulder. It kind of goes like over.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's a sling.
It's a pouch.
It's like a
It's
sling quiver, and they included that in this box this month because of one of the items in the Pro box, which is an axe. So you can actually use this to carry your axe out in the woods. You could also use it to carry arrow, like a quiver for arrows. So that's the first item in the box. So good job, that was pretty close.
You can do snacks too.
Snacks?
snacks.
No.
Yeah, carry some snacks.
You can carry some snacks in your axe sling quiver. Nope, but a nice canvas item. The value on that's $25. That's nice for the. It's okay. It's okay if he's in there.
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
That's first item. Second item is coffee wick Firestarters. All right, guys, this is pretty self-explanatory. Kind of a nice little pouch here, and you've got, I think, 3 of them. Yep, 3 of them. And essentially, they are made from recycled coffee grounds, and they last like, I think Battlbox did a test, they last like 30 minutes. So what would you use something like that for?
Plant something?
Plant something? No.
Well, what is it?
I said what it was when I first.
Yeah, but I don't know what that
A
is.
You weren't paying
coffee?
attention. A coffee wick fire starter.
Oh,
So you use
I would
it-
use it for like camping, like
Yeah.
when you need it, like when you're going out
Need
to
a
explore and you
fire?
need to take a break and you know you need a fire. When you're
Exactly,
cold.
right? So you can light that with a lighter, and it'll burn for up to 30 minutes. That's a long time. So you can start a fire.
That looks like something from like the sample from Costco.
It does look like a sample from Costco. Alright, so that's the second item. Those are a $5 value. Those are pretty cool though. They last for a long time. You can throw them in your fire kit or your bag or whatever when you're out in the woods.
You put it in that pouch.
Alright, what's the next item? Here it is. Let's make sure we don't
Oh.
kill anybody. He's getting a little stable. He's getting beat up. Okay, so the next item is the wood Kuska cup. And it's a $15 value. This is all part of the basic. And you've got a wood cup. Now, if you watch a lot of bushcraft videos or anything like that on YouTube, these are very popular, especially in like European countries. And these are kind of known for bushcrafting. A lot of people will make these. They've got 2 nice little finger holes here, and you use these for your coffee or your hot chocolate.
You don't have coffee.
Not everyone, a lot of people drink coffee. Hot chocolate, and you can use it for soup. So what would you do with this?
I would drink hot chocolate.
You drink hot chocolate out of it? What do you think it has this thing on here for? This strap and then this?
You could, like,
Hang it on your like backpack.
Yeah.
Exactly. Hang it on your pack, and then you have a nice good cup. And then the wood actually helps reduce heat, so when you can hold it, and even when it's really hot, you won't feel that heat as much. So very cool item. That is a $15 value. All right, and the next thing is Urban Garden Heirloom Seeds by Patriot Seeds. So that's the side. You get 12 easy varieties, all-in-one urban garden kit. You've got large cherry tomatoes, cayenne long red peppers, golden wax beans, progress number 9P, little finger carrots, evergreen bunching onions, summer squash, black beauty zucchini, basil cinnamon, garlic chives, Amish deer tongue lettuce, Gross. Deer tongue. Bulls bleed beets and radishes. Mom likes radishes. So these are seeds, and
Do you eat them?
well, what would you do with the
them.
seeds? Exactly. So we have a garden outside, right?
Yeah, we can plant them.
Yeah, we
But
can plant them
it's
in our.
full of snow.
For what?
Full of snow.
Well, it's snowing right now. Yeah, it's the winter time. But if we were to plant these, we could grow those plants. Now, why would we have? Well, we can just go to the store and buy stuff like this, right? We can actually just buy the plants. So why would we need these seed things? What would these be for?
Because they have a lot of ingredients in them.
There's a lot of plants, but they're also seeds
They're easy to.
they're heirloom seeds, so you can use these in case of emergency. So like if there was no stores open, or if it was you had to grow food in your garden, you could use these seeds for that. So that is a $15 value. All right, so that's the basic box this month. Next up is the advanced box, and we're looking at a value of $125 on that. And the next item is a Fremont Farson blade. So Fremont knives. And this is an interesting, it's got a nice little sheath and a little lanyard here. This is an interesting design and kind of a cool story. You guys, okay, remember when we go to the cabin in Wyoming?
Yeah.
We drive by a town called Farson. Do you remember that? Probably not, because it's just on the way there to our family's cabin. And this was a type of knife that they found in Farson, Wyoming, and it was see how it's designed, how it's like meant to handle like this? And I think it was maybe made of bone or something, but someone had crafted a knife like this, so that's why it's called the Farson blade. So it's a little different than your typical pocket knife or any kind of fixed blade knife, right?
It's scary.
It's scary because it's sharp. It's pretty safe though, look, because you have your hand here and the blade's out here. So if you were cutting things,
Like
chopping
wood?
things, what would you use a knife like this for?
Wood.
Wood? You could carve wood with it. I think it would be good for skinning an animal, if you had to kill an animal and eat it. You could also use it to chop like food up at camp, so it's got lots of different good uses.
That kind of wood?
That's a big giant, probably not even a real wood spoon.
It's not.
That's just a decoration Mom has on the wall. Yep.
Okay.
So that is the Farson, Fremont Knives Farson blade. That's a $40 value, so that's a cool blade. It's got a nice paracord wrap. It's lightweight, but it could do quite a bit of things, and it keeps your hand really safe because of that hand guard. So you're not gonna accidentally cut yourself. So that's a cool item in this month's box, something new. All right, the next thing is Lord & Field wood carving tool set. It's a $25 value, and that's this guy right here. You got 3 premium quality carving tools: a hook knife, a chip knife, and a sloyd knife. What's a sloyd knife?
I was about to ask
I
that.
don't know.
I don't really know about
It comes in this package, and then you got this cool little canvas roll here. It's kind of tied with this kind of like shot cord not shot cord, but just a cool.
It says Lord.
It's got a little spring to it. I don't know what that would be called. And then it comes out,
Yeah, I know.
and you've got your tools. All right, guys, we're gonna look at these. Look at that funky thing. What is that for?
It looks like a
Captain
pirate
Hook.
scene.
It does look like a hook. So this is a hook knife, and you use this to carve things out of wood. So all these are carving knives.
Oh.
So if I wanted to like
makes
make
sense.
a cup like this, I wouldn't be able to do that with just a normal knife. That'd be really, really hard and difficult. But with tools like this, you can carve like a spoon. You can make a spoon out of wood.
You can use that to make the holes in the cup.
You could make, yeah,
Or
you could probably do that.
Grab a piece of wood.
And then you've got a chip knife, which is a really, really teeny blade. Look at that. Nice wood handle,
Looks
very
like a
comfortable.
pencil, like
Yeah.
a perfect pencil.
So these are really, really thin blades, and then you've got I don't know if that's the sloyd or the chip. This looks like the sloyd knife. So that would be really good for carving, just general carving tasks. So
That looks like a normal knife.
yeah, so this is kind of cool, right? You can use it to carve a spoon or something like that in the woods that you can use to eat with. Maybe you didn't have a spoon with you, but you have this carving set, or maybe you just want to sit on the porch and carve something cool out of wood, right? A lot of people do that.
Yeah.
That's how a lot of people used to make, like these. That's why these cups are popular, because that's how they used to make things, is by carving things out of wood. They make cups and bowls and spoons and forks and everything. So. All right, that's the last item in the advanced box. Pro box, you've got the value of $180, and no surprise here, we've got an axe in this month's box, which is awesome. This is going to be hard to get in the whole picture here, and I'm not going to let you guys handle this because it's pretty heavy.
Yay.
But it does have a nice rubber guard on it because it's sharp right here.
Okay.
What would you guys use an axe for?
Cutting wood.
Cutting wood to
Cutting
carve
wood.
stuff and make stuff.
Carve stuff out of
to eat.
wood?
No, sorry.
I'm just kidding.
Cut it and to
Yes.
use it for something.
So like when Dad makes fires in the backyard,
Yeah, you can,
what do I do with the logs?
You cut them.
I split them, huh?
Yeah, you split
You
them
can
in
split
half.
wood, but this isn't really a splitting axe, this is more of a chopping axe. So if I had to cut down a tree, have you ever seen me cut down trees in our yard? I've done it before. This would be something I would use. This is a tool I would use to do that. So it's not really, I have a splitting axe that's got a broader head. This has got more of a chopping head on it. So, but a very cool item in this month's box, old army axe, $55 value, and something everyone needs to have within the woods, and you can use it with this, put it in with this scabbard here, like so. Look. So then you can carry that in the woods with you, and you want to have the blade. You want to have some sort of you want to have some sort of sheath on it, blade, which you can find pretty easily for axes that are made of leather, or you could just keep this rubber thing on there, and then when you want to use it, just take the rubber thing off. That way it wouldn't cut you or anything. But that way you can hold an axe on your back. So pretty cool item.
Or if you don't want to hold the wood on the axe, you can just put it in there and take the rubber thing off.
Yeah, there you go. Alright, so last item in this month's box is the knife. It's the Pro Plus knife of the month. So every month we get a new knife, and this is this month's knife. This is the Lord & Field Frontiersman survival knife. So this is a really nice sheath for one thing. Nice leather sheath. You got a fire starter loop and a fire starter on there. Nice snaps. You got a way to carry it scout or regular carry on the belt, and then this is the knife. You guys seen knives like this? Dad's got lots of knives like this, huh? It is a big knife. It's a heavy knife too. And it's got really big, really nice micarta scales on it. And it's got a scanty grind. Mostly scanty. It looks like kind of a modified. It looks like there's a little bit of a bevel on there. And what is the blade steel on this guy? I'm not sure. Does it say in here? It's got it, right? I don't see that it marked on the blade anywhere. Usually they have the kind of steel on there. Let's see what it's got. A nice little instruction manual here on how to use the survival army part. There's a survival survival part of this knife, and that's interesting that it's not telling the blade steel anywhere. Maybe it's in the box, on the box somewhere. I'm guessing 1095, high carbon, maybe D2, something like that is very common. This is kind of, it's weird that it's not marked anywhere on the knife or on the box. It just says Lord & Field. So, not exactly sure on the, oh, but it says 1095 right there, so I was right, 1095. Okay, so the interesting thing about this knife, besides that it's got a nice little notch here for your fire steel, so it'll strike your fire steel. It's got a really good, almost a modified scanning grain for processing wood, carving things. Got really, really comfortable handle. Like nice, really nice micarta scales, really beefy, super thick blade stock. I mean, this thing is robust. What's cool about this is it has an Allen key that's hidden in there that's held in by magnets, so it's not going to come out and get lost. And then you can take these screws off here. How are we doing on our time? Okay, we're doing all right. You can take the screws off here and get underneath these handles. There's going to be a little compartment here that you can get to stuff, and it's not really.
Daddy, are you using the old camera to video this?
Yeah, just because you have the tripod upstairs already. Don't want to lose the screws.
Because your other camera looks different than this one.
Yeah, this is the one I used to use to make videos, but it was up here. So look, underneath there, see that little compartment on the knife?
Whoa.
It's got little arrowheads.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, so in case you want to make arrows, carve it out of woods and use the arrowheads to maybe you have to use them to kill an animal or something. It's a survival knife. You've also got a little fire tinder compartment right there, so you can then put that back on, and so you can kind of keep survival items in there. If you didn't want to use the arrowheads, you could probably remove those, but pretty cool that they're in the handle, right? And they're kind of hidden. That's why they call it a survival knife. So in case all you had on you was your knife, you could start a fire with the fire steel and that tinder that's already in the knife. I really like that actually, because I like that little hidden compartment for tinder. And a lot of knives could do this, because most of them have removable scales like this, and they just don't for some reason. So Pretty cool. You've got a tighten those on pretty good so they don't come loose. And then you've got your little area on this side to put your Allen key back in. Boom. That way it's out of the way, and look, it doesn't come out because of the magnet. Pretty cool, huh? So that's this month's knife of the month by Lord & Field, 1095 high carbon steel, really thick blade stock, super comfortable handle, like one of the most comfortable handles I've felt on a fixed blade. And you've got a lanyard, attachment point here, so, and a really nice leather sheath that it comes with. It's all oiled up so it doesn't rust on you. Nice snap closure there. You've got your fire steel loop. With the fire steel they included like a scraper. I would probably take that off because you have the part of the blade that does it. But everything you need there to in the survival package, and I really like that sheet. That's really nice. So that's this month's knife of the month, Lord & Field Frontiersman. Oh, and it's got a bow drill divot. I forgot about that. So that was part of the handle scales as well. Underneath one of these scales, I think it's this side, there's a bow drill divot on there, and you can use that to obviously start a fire as well. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap up this month's battle box. Your value of $299.80, all for $150 bucks. It's a pretty good deal. Thanks to my little helpers, Brooklyn and Lyla. So you want to say anything before we finish the video?
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.